This is Dark Souls 3, my favourite and the most recent release of the Dark Souls series, and today we're covering the 10 types of Dark Souls players. Starting us off, we have the noob. Every journey begins somewhere, and for many players it starts as a Souls newbie. This player is often drawn to the series due to its reputation for challenge and depth. However, the overwhelming atmosphere and complex mechanics can lead to a steep learning curve that might put some people off. You'll often find them struggling through the tutorial area, dodging enemies with clumsy rolls and trying to grasp the intricate combat system. They might even spend a little bit too long exploring Firelink Shrine, uncertain of where to go next, as they face their first real boss, Gundyr. Their excitement mixes with frustration. It's a rite of passage for them to experience those early deaths that teach crucial lessons about patience, timing, and strategy. The Souls newbie embodies the initial allure of Dark Souls, and while their journey may be filled with stumbles, it also is marked by moments of triumph that will inspire them to delve deeper into the series. The other type of Dark Souls newbie is me. I personally have never played a Dark Souls game, and I started on Elden Ring. Coming over from Elden Ring, it's clear that a lot of the bosses are more thought out for where they are. The earlier bosses are quite a lot slower than the early Elden Ring bosses, but that's mostly due to one being an open world and one being more linear, one preferring to show the player the massive open world and incentivizing exploration, and one incentivizing linear gameplay. Though I have to say, Dark Souls feels pretty fucking open world. It's still a massive game. In stark contrast to the newbie, we have the veteran. This player is an expert, someone who has played through Dark Souls multiple times and has honed their skills to near perfection. They know every enemy's moveset, every boss's attack patterns, and the optimal strategies for overcoming challenges. The veteran often breezes through the games, showcasing a mastery of mechanics that allows them to dodge, parry, and counter with remarkable precision. They take pride in their ability to speedrun, completing the game in record time while tackling challenges like no-hit runs or other challenge runs. While they may sometimes come off as a bit elitist, their enthusiasm for the game can be infectious. They often share tips and tricks with the community, helping newbies improve their gameplay. For the veteran, Dark Souls isn't just a game, it's a lifestyle that demands constant refinement and dedication. I've met quite a few veterans though who are really kind. They understand what your first time is like. They understand the foibles, they understand the near misses that frustrate the shit out of new players. Then you just have the veterans that bully newer players, and this is exactly why I only play in offline mode. Next we have the purist, a player dedicated to experiencing Dark Souls in its most challenging form. These are the guys that'll ignore the more powerful weapons and armor available in favor for the game's starting gear. Fuck me. They believe that limiting their equipment enhances the authenticity and challenge of their experience, forcing them to rely solely on skill rather than overpowered gear. The purist thrives on the thrill of facing hard bosses with minimal resources, often sharing their achievements with the community as they take pride in their accomplishments. Their playstyle can lead to some amazing moments where every hit matters and strategy is paramount, and they somehow wheedle their way through it. They can often be found participating in discussions on forums or streaming their runs, encouraging others to try their hand at the purist approach. More like nudist approach, put some fucking clothes on, man. Then there's the explorer. Similar to Elden Ring, this type is that one player who immerses themselves in the rich world of Dark Souls. Rather than rushing through the game, they take their time to appreciate the intricate level design, lore, and hidden secrets scattered throughout the environments. This player can often be seen meticulously searching for hidden paths or illusory walls, driven by a sense of curiosity and wonder. They relish uncovering every detail of the story, piecing together lore through item descriptions and environmental storytelling. Their journey is less about completing the game quickly, and more about experiencing every facet of the world, leading to a deep appreciation of the game's craftsmanship. The explorer often engages with the community by sharing their discoveries and theories, enhancing the collective understanding of Dark Souls lore. The partner thrives on helping, often seeking to summon friends or random players to tackle the game's challenges together. They believe that their shared experience of facing bosses and overcoming obstacles is one of the highlights of the series. This player loves to help others, lending their skills to newcomers who might be struggling with difficult areas or bosses. Whether it's summoning allies to take down hard enemies or joining a friend's world for moral support, the partner embodies the spirit of cooperation. They often participate in community events, helping organize multiplayer challenges or co-op runs. Their enthusiasm for teamwork fosters a sense of community, showcasing how Dark Souls can be both a solitary and a social experience. Next we have the Lore Master, right? Again, similar to Elden Ring, this type of person is deeply invested in the lore and story of the Dark Souls universe. This player has taken the time to read every item description and engage in countless discussions about the game's complex story. They can repeat character backstories by memory and explain the connections between different events in the series. The Lore Master thrives on theories and interpretations, often participating in community discussions to debate the deeper meanings behind the story and its characters. Their passion for lore often leads them to create detailed analyses or guides, sharing their knowledge with others. For the Lore Master, the allure of Dark Souls extends beyond gameplay. It's about understanding the complex painting of its narrative and how it intertwines with the gameplay experience. The Glitch Hunter is the type of guy, right, who just loves hitting random walls and jumping off shit. Like, risk takers, it might be a better word. They love discovering and exploring glitches within the game. They are fascinated by the mechanics of Dark Souls and love to push the boundaries of what is possible. This player can often be found experimenting with various actions to uncover unintended interactions, whether it's finding out of bounds areas, skipping bosses, or utilizing glitches to complete the game in record time. Their excitement for glitch hunting often leads to the creation of tutorials or guides for others to follow, sharing their findings with the community and, more importantly, the speedrunning community. While some may view glitching as a form of cheating, the Glitch Hunter sees it as a fun way to explore the game's mechanics and challenge conventional norms. It's also a challenge in and of itself. I mean, instead of fighting the bosses, they're just fighting the game's code, which honestly might be harder. Among the players, we find the Dark Souls 2 Defender, a rare breed that passionately defends the merits of the misunderstood sequel. This player has faced the harsh criticisms leveled at Dark Souls 2 and stands firm in their belief that it offers a unique experience within the series. They highlight features like the different environments, mechanics, and character builds that set it apart from its predecessors, the risks that were taken to make the game somewhat unique compared to the others. The Dark Souls 2 Defender is eager to discuss the nuances of the game, often engaging in spirited debates about its place in the series. They appreciate the game's exploration and the unique challenges it presents that don't really exist in the other games, encouraging others to revisit it with an open mind rather than hate on it mindlessly. Their dedication to the game helps foster a more nuanced understanding of the series as a whole. Transitioning from previous titles, the Dark Souls 3 player is the player who embraces the changes introduced in the latest installment. They appreciate the faster-paced combat and improved mechanics, often blending their knowledge from earlier games to adapt to the new environment. This player enjoys comparing strategies, discussing the differences between Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and sharing tips on how to navigate the evolution of gameplay. They may have their favorite moments from each game, but recognize that Dark Souls 3 has refined the series, allowing for a more fluid experience. The Dark Souls 3 player plays with an open eye towards strategy, utilizing skills learned from previous games while embracing the innovations of the latest title within the series. In fact, I think Dark Souls 3 is the most similar to Elden Ring. It is so plug and play between Elden Ring. You can quit Elden Ring, you can Alt F4 Elden Ring, open Dark Souls 3 and have an almost exactly similar experience, just in a different world. And I kind of fuck with that, honestly. The sort of backwards revisiting and you don't even feel like it's lost quality, that fucks right there. The final type I have for you is the Challenge Runner, a player who seeks to redefine the experience by setting self-imposed limitations. Like in Elden Ring, this player thrives on creating unique challenges, whether it's completing the game with a specific weapon, doing a no-hit run, or engaging in a low-level challenge. Their creativity knows no bounds, as they constantly seek new ways to make the game more challenging. Playing without your monitor on, I mean, fuck me. The challenge runner often documents their journeys, sharing their successes and their failures with the community. Their determination to push the limits of what is possible in Dark Souls creates a fascinating aspect of the game's culture. They inspire others to take on challenges of their own, proving that even in a game known for its difficulty, there is always room for more. Just kidding about the final thing, we have a bonus. As our first bonus, we have the Dark Souls 1 player. These guys represent the original pioneers who first ventured into the treacherous lands of Lordran, who were among the first to experience FromSoft's revolutionary gameplay, intricate world design, and unforgiving challenge that has defined their games since. They remember the thrill of discovering the iconic locations of the game, such as the haunting beauty of Anor Londo or the menacing depths of Blight Town, with its treacherous paths and deadly enemies. For these players, Dark Souls is not just a game, it was a cultural phenomenon that introduced them to a new level of difficulty in video games. They fondly remember the first time they faced off against formidable bosses like the Bell Gargoyles or Ornstein and Smo, experiences that would leave a lasting impression on their gaming memories forever. This group often boasts a unique camaraderie, sharing stories about the early days, right? They're the old heads of the community and triumphs within the game that has since spawned a devoted fanbase. Dark Souls 1 players hold a special place in their hearts for the game's lore and atmospheric storytelling. They were the first ones who pieced together the fragmented narratives and subtle hints, delving into the backstory of characters like Gwyn and the fate of the Age of Fire. Their appreciation for the game's interconnected world and satisfaction of unlocking shortcuts or hidden areas set the stage for future players to follow. While they likely have moved on to sequels and other titles in the series, the experience of playing Dark Souls 1 remains a cherished memory. They often find themselves reminiscing about their journey through Lordran, inspiring new players to embrace the challenge and artistry that the original Dark Souls offered. The legacy of the Dark Souls 1 players continue to influence the community, as their passion for the game helps shape discussions about the series' evolution and its impact on gaming culture. Our second bonus, I know, it's fucking Christmas right now, is the Firekeeper Simp. These guys just want to fuck the shit. Okay, that's the end of the 10 types of Dark Souls players. If you enjoyed this, you can check out the 101 types of Elden Ring players next, or check out this playlist for all of our types videos. We've done CS, Minecraft, Terraria, Skyrim, and literally so fucking much. There's too many. There's honestly too many now.